Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today, we are going to discuss a topic that has been gaining popularity in recent years, yet many still view it as something straight out of a science fiction movie: space tourism. Thanks to rapid advancements in technology, traveling to space is no longer an experience exclusive to astronauts. So, what exactly is space tourism, and how did it begin? We will embark on a journey into the past to answer these questions and shed light on today's developments. Space tourism, as the name suggests, involves people traveling to space for leisure purposes. In the past, space travel was limited to state-sponsored projects, and astronauts were individuals trained over many years with special skills. This made space exploration seem like a distant dream for ordinary people. However, as we entered the 21st century, the interest in space travel took on a different dimension. Today, we will discuss how space tourism started, which companies are pioneers in this field, and what the future holds for us. Additionally, we will touch upon the opportunities and challenges this new travel trend brings, as well as the ethical questions that arise. So, let's dive into this exciting adventure. The roots of space tourism. How did it begin? The roots of space tourism actually begin with the first attempts to send humans into space. In the 1960s, humanity's successful landing on the moon removed a significant barrier to space exploration. At that time, traveling to space was possible only through government-sponsored programs. Astronauts were individuals trained over long periods and possessed special abilities. This situation rendered space a dream for ordinary people. However, by the early 2000s, the interest in space travel took a new turn. Our first civilian space tourist, Dennis Tito, traveled to space in 2001 using Russia's Soyuz spacecraft. This journey cost about $20 million. Tito's bold move marked a pivotal moment for civilian space travel. Space travel was no longer limited to astronauts. It had become an adventure accessible to the wealthy. Dennis Tito's journey is considered the true beginning of space tourism. Since then, many private companies have been working to make space travel more accessible. So, who are the leading companies in this field? We will delve into this question shortly. Space tourism companies. Who's in the race? When it comes to space tourism, several big names come to mind. Leading the pack are companies like SpaceX, founded by technology pioneer Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and Richard Branson's Virgin Galactic. Each of these companies has a different vision for the future of space tourism and is making significant investments in the field. Thanks to their efforts, it may become commonplace to travel to space in the near future. SpaceX stands out as a company that develops revolutionary projects in space technology, founded by Elon Musk. Initially producing rockets and spacecraft for NASA, SpaceX now aims to send humans to Mars. Additionally, its Starship, a reusable rocket system, could make space travel much more economical. In the long run, it is expected that ordinary people will have the opportunity to travel to space using these rockets. On the other hand, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin focuses on suborbital flights, aiming to reach the Kármán line, the boundary between Earth and space. With its New Shepard rocket system, Blue Origin plans to conduct brief space excursions, successfully completing test flights so far. Virgin Galactic is concentrating on lower-altitude space tourism. Richard Branson's vision is to make space travel as common as flying on an airplane. The cost of space tourism. Who's going? Now, let's address the most frequently asked question. How much does it cost to travel to space? Currently, space tourism remains an expensive adventure. For example, a ticket to Virgin Galactic space flights costs around $250,000 on average. This is a substantial amount for ordinary people. However, these high costs stem from the fact that space technology is still in its infancy. As technologies develop and become more widespread, prices are expected to drop. In addition to the cost, those wishing to participate in space tourism must meet certain criteria. Physical fitness, health status, and specific training are prerequisites for such journeys. Currently, space tourists are mostly high-income business people and tech billionaires. These individuals are willing to pay large sums to experience the prestige of traveling to space and the thrill of personal adventure. However, this situation is expected to change in the future. With advancing technologies, it may become possible for everyone to travel to space, not just the wealthy, within the next 20 to 30 years. Perhaps one day, everyone will be able to plan a space trip just as easily as planning a vacation. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be enjoying a holiday in space. What awaits us in the future? So, where's space tourism headed in the future? While space tourism is currently limited to short trips and excursions near Earth, it is expected to expand significantly in the coming years. First and foremost, companies are planning to establish space hotels in orbit. Staying at these hotels will offer a completely different experience than simply gazing at the Earth from afar. While looking at the night sky is one thing, seeing the stars from outside the Earth will evoke an entirely different emotion. Furthermore, there are ambitious plans for regular tourist trips to the Moon and Mars. Currently, scientists and companies are discussing long-term settlement plans for the Moon and Mars. SpaceX aims to send humans to Mars and establish a colony there. One day, weekend getaways to the Moon or long-term stays on Mars may become everyday options. Such projects will not only create a technological revolution but also satisfy humanity's curiosity for exploration. Just as the moon landing was one of humanity's greatest steps, the next giant leap could be Mars. Through space tourism, perhaps one day, taking a vacation in space will become a commonplace experience. At this point, the only limit may be our imagination. The ethical and environmental aspects of space tourism. As exciting as space tourism is, it also brings some ethical and environmental concerns. The environmental impact of rocket launches is a significant topic of discussion. Rockets consume large amounts of fuel and release harmful gases into the atmosphere. Additionally, debris and waste left in space can contribute to lasting pollution in the cosmos. This reality indicates that we need to reassess the environmental effects of space travel. Moreover, the fact that space tourism is currently a luxury accessible only to the wealthy raises issues of social justice. The ability to travel to space is limited to those who can afford to pay substantial sums. This situation restricts this experience to the elite. As we move forward, making space tourism more democratic and sustainable will be one of the biggest challenges facing this field. Finally, the human desire to colonize other planets poses an ethical dilemma. Is it right to colonize different planets? The answers to these questions will be determined by future developments. However, one thing is certain. Space tourism will require humanity to confront not only technological advancements, but also moral and environmental responsibilities.